Ganito ka rin ba? From the outside, your business looks good. Sales are coming in. Cash flow is moving every day. Sa bahay, bills are being paid. Groceries are stocked. School fees are handled. Life continues. Lahat mukhang normal. Mukhang maayos naman. Pero, let me ask you something, anak. When you withdraw money from the business, malinaw ba kung sweldo yon or kuha muna? Kapag may personal expense ang isa sa inyo, na pag-uusapan ba ng maayos o automatic na lang dahil sa atin naman ito? At napapansin mo ba na may mga simpleng usapan tungkol sa pera na biglang nagiging mabigat kahit wala namang malaking issue? Nako, alam mo ba, I've seen this pattern quietly weaken even the strongest couples. It doesn't start dramatic. It starts practical, convenient, temporary, pang-grocery muna. Babalik ko rin. Sa atin naman ito. Tapos, little by little, business money and personal money become one whole. Walang clear boundary. No defined structure, no shared agreement. At first, parang okay lang. Parang flexible lang. Parang mas madali, mas smooth, di ba? Pero over time, something shifts. There is silent tracking, there is quiet comparison, there is irritation na hindi mo ma-explain. And before you realize it, ang pera ay hindi na lang about numbers. It has become emotional na between the two of you. So allow me to share with you 5 myths couples believe about business money. Just the invisible belief na slowly nawi-weaken nito ang trust without you even noticing. Number 1, sa atin naman ito. Do you both believe that since you are married, all the business money is automatically shared money? Nako, let me tell you about this couple na si Gilbert at si Aiza. Meron silang hardware and construction supply na tindahan. Stable ang negosyo, steady ang contractors, may cash flow araw-araw. Whenever Aiza needed money for groceries, tuition, or family events, he would just withdraw from the business account. Sa atin naman to, sasabihin niya, para sa pamilya din naman ang perang kukunin ko. Gilbert naman, hindi naman siya nag-argue, hindi siya madamot, pero quietly napapansin niya na lumiliit ang buffer nila for supplier payments. Minsan, kailangan niyang mag-adjust ng due dates, and sometimes, kinakabahan na siya kapag may biglang order. At the same time, when Gilbert decided to reinvest the profits into new inventory or delivery improvements, Aiza would feel something shift. Parang negosyo lagi ang inuuna. She would think, paano naman ang comfort natin? Pareho naman silang tama, di ba? Pareho silang may punto, pareho silang may concern sa family at sa negosyo. Pero the line was blurry. Business money was treated as personal money. Personal expenses were treated as flexible. Walang malinaw na usapan kung magkano ang sweldo, walang malinaw na hangganan. Kaya over time, small withdrawals created silent tension. Hindi sila nag-aaway pero may nararamdaman, may konting purot, may konting bilang sa isip. Anak, ang lesson ay ito. Marriage does not remove the need for financial boundaries. Shared ownership does not mean undefined roles. Kaya kapag hindi malinaw ang hangganan, nagiging personal ang bawat galaw ng pera. At kapag naging personal ang pera, trust slowly becomes fragile. You may think you are sharing, pero kung walang clarity, you are creating confusion. Na-realize mo na ba yan ngayon? Pangalawa, ibabalik ko rin. Do you treat business funds like a temporary wallet? Maybe you can relate with Benji and Katrina. They run 3 water refilling stations at saka yung kanilang collections ay steady naman. Expenses rotate. Filters, maintenance, salary, delivery, fuel, cash moves every single day. Whenever Katrina needed extra cash for something at home, she would say, babalik ko rin next week. It felt harmless. Hindi naman malaki at babalik din naman. Sometimes she did, sometimes nakakalimutan niya, sometimes natatagalan. Si Benji, hindi naman niya kino-confront si Katrina. Hindi siya palaban. Pero sa mind niya, he started calculating, tracking, comparing. Magkano na kaya? Tahimik lang siya, pero may bilang na. Tapos, 1 week, Benji used business funds for unexpected machine repairs without informing Katrina first. When she found out, she felt excluded. Sabi niya, bakit hindi mo sinabi? Para bang may sariling desisyon na hindi niya alam. The issue was not the amount, it was the movement without clarity. Money moved without discussion, without a shared rule, without a clear boundary. Ang lesson, temporary withdrawals create permanent impressions, anak. Even if maliit ang amount, yung emotional meaning nun can be really big. It can feel like parang may secret ka, parang may imbalance, parang kulang ka sa respeto. Kapag hindi malinaw ang usapan, bawat galaw ng pera may interpretation. And once those feelings enter, hindi basta-basta umaalis yan kaagad. Clarity protects trust. Blurry agreements slowly weaken trust. You definitely don't want that happening, right? Pangatlo, alam na namin yan. Ina-assume mo ba na naintindihan ninyong pareho ang money situation without actually sitting down and defining it? If your answer is yes, then listen to this. Si Dennis at si Joanna may mini grocery with a bilis payment center. Araw-araw may cash flow. Small transactions, tuloy-tuloy ang galaw ng pera. So from the outside, mukhang maayos naman ang sistema. Kaya lang, never silang magkaroon ng formal conversation about salary. Walang fixed na withdrawal. Walang malinaw na percentage kung magkano ang para sa negosyo at magkano ang para sa kanila. Alam na natin yan, sabi ni Dennis kapag kino-confront siya at kinaklarify ni Joanna. Matagal na tayong magkasama, sabi ni Dennis. And maybe they did understand in theory, no? Pero in practice, Joanna often wondered how much she could safely use for personal expenses. Kapag may kailangan sa bahay, nag-aalangan siya, pwede ba ito? Isipin niya, no? Tapos kung nagiging tight ang cash dahil sa supplier payments or sa mga araw na mababagal, matutumal, Dennis would just become quiet. Hindi siya galit pero tahimik. And Joanna would feel guilty. Kahit hindi naman malinaw kung may mali ba talaga siya. No one said it directly but the air changed. So, what's the lesson here? Assumptions are not agreements. Just because you both think that it's clear does not mean that it is clearly defined. When there is no clear conversation, every money decision becomes a guess. And guesses are often misunderstood. Remember, unspoken rules create silent resentment. And resentment kapag nai-ignore, nagiging emotional distance. Money clarity is not just about accounting. It's about emotional safety inside the marriage. Pang-apat, mas marunong ka dyan. Do you leave all financial decisions to one spouse because you believe that he or she is more efficient? Let's take a look at this couple's experience. Si Eman at si Cherry, merong isang printing and tarpaulin service. Cherry handles the finances while Eman focuses on production, client deadlines, and supplier coordination. Mas marunong ka dyan, sabi ni Eman, whenever money matters came up. It sounded supportive, no? Parang may tiwala siya. At first, it felt smooth. Walang bangayan, no complication, both have their own roles sa negosyo. But over time, Cherry carried the mental load alone. She monitored daily cash flow, tracked supplier payments, remembered tax deadlines, computed margins, and anticipated slow months. Kahit nakahiga na sila sa gabi, umiikot pa rin sa isip niya ang mga numbers. When funds were tight, she felt pressure and she felt alone in that pressure. Then there came a time when Eman approved a rush purchase for materials without telling her. Hindi naman mali ang desisyon. Pero nung nalaman ni Cherry yung biglang drop sa kanyang account, she felt a sharp sting. Ang sakit. Of course, hindi naman si Eman nagkaroon ng masamang intensyon. Pero parang hindi fair. Anak, eto ang lesson. Delegating responsibility is different from stepping away completely, ha? When one partner carries all financial awareness, emotional burden follows. When information sits with just one person, the relationship stops feeling equal. Even when hindi yon ang intensyon ng bawat isa. You see, money is not just numbers. Meron siyang kakambal na pressure. Meron siyang kakambal na control. At saka stress. And when only one of you feels that weight, nako, distance slowly grows. And that can quietly strain your relationship. Panglima, okay lang yan. Do you brush off small money tensions as normal? Dahil ang iniisip mo is part lang yan ng running a business together? Maybe you can resonate with this couple. Si Jerome at saka Patrice run a well-loved samgyupsal restaurant in their town. Busy sa gabi, puno ang mga tables, mahaba ang pila kapag weekend. From the outside, it looks successful. Pero yung profit nila, inconsistent. May buwan na strong, meron namang months na kulang para sa payroll. Yung presyo ng karne ay nagfa-fluctuate, yung mga utility bills nila unpredictable, kung minsan nagkakaroon pa ng staff overtime. Whenever expenses exceeded what they expected, Jerome would just say, okay lang yan, babawi tayo next month. Patrice naman would just nod. Ayaw na nilang pahabain ng usapan dahil pareho silang pagod. And they told themselves that it was temporary. Kaya they avoided deeper discussions. Walang detailed na breakdown, walang serious talk about long-term savings. Basta tuloy-tuloy lang. Pero dahan-dahan, yung avoidance ay nagdadala ng anxiety. Patrice started worrying quietly about emergency funds. May sapat ba tayo kung may mangyari? Iniisip niya yon. Jerome naman, on the other hand, was thinking about adding more tables and extending operating hours. Sayang ang demand. Yun naman ang nasa isip niya. Iba-iba ang priorities. Parehong silent. Hindi sila nag-aaway, pero yung gap sa kanilang dalawa, it was widening slowly. Ito yung lesson. Avoiding money conversations, hindi siya nakaka-preserve ng harmony, ha? It just delays your discomfort. And delayed discomfort does not disappear. Nagkakapatong-patong yan. Totoo yan. Kapag hindi ninyo pinag-uusapan ng mabigat, nagkakaroon ng sariling buhay ang mga iniisip ninyo. You may think everything is fine, but if money feels heavy, something inside the relationship is already shifting. Anak, financial boundaries are not about control. They are about understanding what belongs where. When business money and personal money blur, emotions slowly attach to every transaction. Hindi na lang sila debit at credit, ay kasamang interpretation. Ang isang simpleng withdrawal becomes, bakit hindi mo sinabi? Ang simpleng reinvestment, mas mahalaga ba ang negosyo kaysa sa atin? Small movements begin to carry bigger meaning. Silence nagiging assumption, and assumption becomes resentment, and resentment changes the tone of how you speak to each other. Hindi naman kayo nag-away, pero may konting lamig, may konting pag-iwas sa usapan. You may think that this is normal, anak. You may tell yourself that all couples go through this, and maybe they do. But if you feel tension you cannot clearly explain, it may not be about the amount of money involved. It may be about the line you never clearly defined. So in my years of watching couples build businesses together, I've seen that most conflicts are not about the lack of income. They are about the lack of shared understanding. Awareness is always the first step. Once na nakita nyo na kung nasaan dapat ang mga boundaries, you will begin to understand bakit yung mga conversations na ganyan ay nagiging mas mabigat kaysa sa nangyayari. Sometimes what couples need is not higher sales. It is a stronger foundation. Kaya don't wait until money becomes the unspoken third person in your marriage. Remember, let's always be business-minded, Pinoy.